Time for a beautiful sleep. Hey everybody, my name is Python and welcome back to another episode here of the Let's Play series. And guys, the time has finally come. Welcome to episode 100 of Python Plays Minecraft. Today, my friends, we are going to be doing a complete world tour of every single thing we have done in our world. And guys, do you want to know a fun thing? Let's check out the F3 screen. Check it out, my friends. On the left-hand side towards the bottom there, we are also on day 1000. That's pretty good timing, isn't it, my friends? We've got day 1000 rolled by on our Let's Play world. So, yeah, in 1000 Minecraft days, I'm going to show you everything that I have done on my world. So, my friends, if you are new around here, do consider subscribing, as we are going to be starting a brand new area, or starting in a brand new area from episode 101 onwards. And yeah, my friends, if you're excited for today's video, please do be sure to drop a like rating. That would be the best way to show your support. I'm not even going to put a like goal on it, my friends. Let's see how many like ratings we can get for the episode 100 hype, huh? So, like I say, we are going to take a tour of every single thing we have done inside of this world so far. So, I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and begin with the episode 1 house like we usually do on our world tours. This is the very first house we made on this world, and this sort of cave bit here, this was all open sky before. I decided for whatever reason or other to put my episode 1 base inside of a cave. So yep, this is what we've got going on, and it's looking good, isn't it? We've got a few buried treasure maps up on the wall here. Oh, there's so many things to show you guys. There's so many plans I want to go through as well. It's kind of bonkers. But before we do anything, my friends, I want to go ahead and say that yes, there is a map download in the description. Head down to the description. There are 2 versions of the map download, okay? There is what I call the full version, which has an 8000 by 8000 area totally explored. The file size is like 1.5 gigabytes, so it will take a fair while to download. But if you guys have not so good internet, there is also a light version, which basically means I've pruned a whole bunch of chunks from the world, so you guys can go ahead and re-explore them at your own will. And it's only like 32 megabytes, and you still have all of the builds that we've done on the world. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this world as accessible to you guys as I possibly can. Another thing to mention, this is only Java edition. This is 20W28A, a 1.16.2 snapshot, so just something to bear in mind. It may work with 1.16.1. I have absolutely no idea. I've not actually tested it. And finally, all of my gear and ender chest contents will be inside of this big chest. When you download the world, you'll be spawning inside of this house here, and you guys will be able to get the gear and do whatever it is you want to do. So, with all of that out of the way, it is time for us to actually tour everything we've done. So I'll tell you what, let's go in a bit of a clockwise direction while my voice cracks like a little 12-year-old, and yeah, let's do this thing. So, here we are, my friends. We've got Old Faithful here with a whole bunch of, you know, aquatic-related stuff. So we've got I Am Speed right here because he's a very, very speedy horse. Oh, you are amazing, aren't you? And yeah, just a nice rudimentary horse stable with a donkey in it, because why not? We've got our very first storage room over here, complete with Beakers the parrot. He is amazing. And as you can see, we've got all manner of things in here, my friends. Like I say, first storage room. Even today, even despite having a fully automated storage system, I do still come up here and use this storage room. I really do. Like, for example, look at that. We've got warped stems in there. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, most of this should be pretty self-explanatory when you go ahead and get the world for yourself. But yeah, we've got a whole bunch of generic stuff in here, including all of the comment question of the video books, if you guys are interested in looking back through those. And for those of you guys interested, the resource pack I am using will be listed in the description down below, okay? So basically anything and everything you guys want to know about this video, whether it be the resource pack or map downloads, anything like that, the world seed, it will be in the description. Go ahead and check the description before asking questions. But if there isn't something there, then go ahead. But as you guys can see, we've got custom paintings. And these paintings, fun fact, are all photos I've taken in real life. For example, that one one is one that I took when I went to visit Pixel Rifts down in the south coast, and it was amazing. It was amazing. We've got an emu here. I took a picture of an emu when I was out in Australia. This is the south coast of the UK again. This is Australia again. Yeah, it's all photos I've taken myself in real life, and it's great. So, let's keep going around. We've got a bunch of beehives around here because, you know, the 1.15 update was a thing that happened while we were playing this world. And we've got ourselves our rudimentary book factory. Now, I've actually ridded all of the cows in here because I didn't really need them anymore because we've got like a nano cow farm on the go. And even still, there are other more effective ways of getting leather in that you can barter. So, that's good. So, we've got leather, we've got sugarcane. You know, this is like manual, so, you know, you just sort of populate them here. None of the drops will wind up in the water because we've got ourselves lily pads all over the place. So yeah, we just pick everything up. It's just a manual sugarcane farm. It's something nice and basic for us, and then you just chuck it all in there once you're done. So yeah, my friends, let's keep going around. We've got ourselves a cave entrance down here. So, that's cool. We've actually got ourselves a zombie dungeon in here, literally right below our episode 1 house, which is why you could probably hear a ton of zombies. But we've got ourselves our first ever sheep farm, red and yellow wool, because why not? And then, yep, there we go, my friends. There they all are, the noisy buggers. Let's go ahead and kick their butt. There you go. There you go. That should help quiet things down a little bit, huh? But what you guys are going to notice is that there are villagers basically stationed next to most of our farms in this world because I wanted to try and get a lot of emeralds. So, for example, we've got a bunch of rotten flesh. We could just grab it all out of here, and then we can go ahead and trade ourselves some flesh for emeralds. And it's great, my friends. It is absolutely fantastic. So, I think there's a couple more villagers dotted around. Is there one over here? Yeah, there is. This one's got Unbreaking 3. And then I've got another one somewhere around which has Mending. Oh, yeah, the original, the OG villager. Brian. We'll go and check him out in a bit. But we've got a stonecutter in here with a mason, which is fantastic. We've got a nice basic enchant room. We've got a nice basic snow farm as well, which I think is very, very nice. And yeah, I really enjoy this little enchant setup, you know. I just sort of blew up a bit of a... Wait, no, I didn't blow up a cave. I just sort of adapted this cave and made a nice little enchant area in it. And it's fantastic. I love it very, very much. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, I think one of the things I will say is every now and again, I'm going to go into spectator mode so I can show you guys sort of the inner workings of some of the things we've got going on. So, for example, we've got ourselves the zombie farm in here, okay? So this is the zombie spawner right below our base. They go through this water stream. They go all the way up here, and then they drop down to a one-shot on this platform here. So, nice and easy, right? So, let's go back to survival mode here, and let's carry on, shall we? So, this is sort of our main base area going on here. And again, I think we'll do like a bit of a clockwise procedure. We'll start off over here, and then just sort of go around. We've got ourselves like a nice basic farmer's area. That is a picture of the Peak District, which is great. Got ourselves a nice little fountain here. We've got like a little mini map wall, which is awesome. And then, yeah, we just sort of post ourselves up in here. We've got storage. It's just a nice place to go to sleep, more than anything. I didn't really have a purpose for this build. I just wanted to make it because it looked cool. So, yeah, that's what we did. So, carrying on, we've got ourselves an apiary here with, wow, that's a lot of beehives. And a lot of them, in fact, I think all of them might actually be full. Oh, no, there's an empty one over there. Huh. But yeah, there's a lot of bees around there, guys. So, we carry on. We can go up here. We got ourselves a minecart rail. I'll show you guys where that goes in just a minute here. But we pop over here, and we've got ourselves a little room here. So, this is what the... Well, this is what one end of the minecart rail goes to. This is a villager holding cell, okay? So, the villagers will be inside a minecart. So they drop down here, and then if we want to go ahead and, you know, take the villager out, we just pop off the minecart. They wind up out here, and then I just sort of manually push them onto this rail here. And this rail will lead off to wherever it is I want the villager to go. So, nice and simple. Not really too much to say about it. We've got ourselves like a nice sort of walkway up here, which I think is really, really nice. And then it sort of winds up going to a dead end. But eventually, I want it to lead to down here, where we've got ourselves a nice nether portal. We've got ourselves a dog right here. We've got ourselves another portal here, which is great. We've got ourselves a little sort of fisherman's house thing with my cat Marmite, who is based upon my real life cat called Marmite, who looks suspiciously very, very close to this guy. Yeah, You look almost exactly like my real life cat, so that's kind of awesome. Got a little pier out here so we can go fishing, which is fantastic. And yeah, guys, it's looking great, isn't it? It is looking real nice. So, down here, my friends, is my mine. A fully functional mine. Well, more to the point, it's a diamond mine. I have been going ahead and trying to take on the 1,000 diamond ore mining challenge, okay? Now, I've got quite a lot of diamond ore on the go, and most of that is thanks to the fact that I've got this mine down here, and it's absolutely fantastic. So, as you can see, what I did do at the start is I went ahead and wrote down the distance to diamonds in each of the shafts. So this one was 120 blocks away, this one was only 70 blocks away. Some of these went to like over 2,000 blocks away. It was absolutely bonkers. Like, where is it? There was one that went 2,000 blocks. That was 600. That's 300, 330. There we go, like 1,020. But there was definitely one that went like 2,000 plus blocks away, which is absolutely insane. But as we go along, we just sort of expand this mine shaft as we go along. And basically what winds up happening is we wind up... Oh, here we go. So these are the ones that aren't actually leading to diamonds at the moment. But then, once we do find diamonds, I put a torch up above that shaft. So, all of these have got diamonds going on. So, we're going to go ahead and mine them at some point in the future. Don't you guys worry. But, yeah, we mine up the diamonds, we come back through here, and once we're all done and dusted, let me see if I can... Oh, that almost killed me. But, yeah, once we're done and dusted, we put all of the ores inside this chest, and then we send it all the way up to the surface, where there's an automatic minecart unloader. In this case, it's just going to sort of bounce and go back down, because there's nothing inside it, but all of the ores wind up inside of this chest, which is fantastic. So, tell you what, let's go to sleep real quick, and then I guess we can go ahead and check out the hub project while our koala overlord right there watches over us. Alright guys, so the easiest way to access the hub is by going down these little water streams, but there's actually several different entrances going on. But guys, this project took over 60 episodes worth of time to complete, okay? This is supposed to be the official entrance, this sort of nature tunnel, but at the moment it isn't really connected to anywhere, and that's something I really want to try and focus on in Season 2, is going ahead and connecting all of my various areas of the world together. So as you can see, I've already sort of laid out where the pathway is going to go, but I haven't really made any kind of start on it. So, let's go ahead and see if we can... it'd be so cool if I could, like, elytra my way down, but I think it's a little bit too narrow to do that, so yeah. But like I say, this episode... Oh, sorry, this project took more than 60 episodes to do, and it's probably one of my favorite large-scale projects that I've ever done, and it is actually completely done. So we've got ourselves the central room here. This is a nether-themed, sort of yin-yang themed room. So we've got sort of the warped wood on this side, we've got the crimson wood on this side. Well, actually, no, it's the opposite way around, isn't it? So we've got the warped nylium, and then the crimson wood, and then, you know, the opposite way around on this side. So this is another way of being able to enter the hub project. So that mine that we were just in, there is a little pathway on either side. And there you go. You can literally just roam through here. And then you are at the hub project. So, awesome stuff. Let's move on to checking out all 6 of these rooms. So, this first room over here, ladies and gentlemen, is a fully automatic storage system, and I am so proud of this. It is my biggest redstone achievement and project that I've ever done, and I know some of you guys out there might be sort of more, you know, redstone knowledgeable than I am, and, you know, that's totally fair enough. You know, I'm definitely not known for my redstone contraptions or anything like that, but it's definitely something I want to work on in Season 2. But yeah, as you can see, my friends, we've got ourselves a whole bunch of chests going on here. Just loads and loads and loads of stuff. We've even got another enchant set up there. It's fantastic. Let's go into spectator mode, and then I can sort of show you guys the inner workings of this. So you put all of your items that you want to get sorted inside of this chest here. They get dispensed into this soul sand bubble column, and then they make their way over a whole bunch of item filter hoppers here. And then they will just go ahead and pick up the respective blocks. So, for example, this one here will only ever go ahead and pick up warped stem blocks. And then they get filtered down through the hoppers into their respective chests, where, as you can see, there's the warped stems. So, yeah, fully automatic storage room. It's absolutely fantastic. It's definitely one of my favorite projects I've done. I'm going to say that a lot, that things are my favorite things. But, honestly, it's great. And then anything that isn't sorted winds up in this overflow chest right at the end here. So yeah, as you can see, there's the end of the water flow, and that is where the sort of things that aren't sorted wind up. So, as you guys can see, there's a couple staircases going on. This one leads all the way down to an overflow storage area. And, well, as you can see, there's rather a lot of stone going on here because I am a hoarder, okay? I can't stand just leaving blocks to disappear. I just can't stand it, you know? You never know when we might wind up using a whole ton of blocks or a whole bunch of stone blocks on a project, right? So, yeah, just something to bear in mind. But yeah, as you can see, my friends, we've got this going on here. This is what I call sort of my black market storage area. There's not really anything black markety about it, is there? It's just sort of another storage room, isn't it? You know, stuff that I didn't really sort out, that I'm still manually sorting out, they all wind up down here. And then we've got ourselves like a black market area here. Got a dragon head, an egg, elytra, beacon, all sorts of stuff going on here. Nether star, brewing stand. We've even got a clock and a little bed down here, which I think is great. So, yeah, if we were to go back up these stairs, just so you guys get a little bit of a point of reference, if you go down these stairs instead, you've got a choice of either going back down to the black market storage area or having a little bit of a shortcut to one of two areas. One of them being my farming room, which is going to be the next thing I show you, because as you can see, it's the next one here. The other thing it leads down to is sort of the inner workings of a whole bunch of farms. And, well, really the only thing I wanted to show you guys down here is the fact that we've got ourselves an automatic Bowmeal farm coming off of an Iron Golem farm. This is an OG style fishing farm, but as you guys may or may not know, fishing has been completely nerfed in 1.16, so fishing farms don't really give you that much stuff anymore. And then we sort of pop over here. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Yeah, I'll show you guys in just a moment, okay? So for now, let's go ahead and get back up. And then, yeah, we'll start showing you guys some of the stuff we've got going on. So, you come through here, and this is going to be the first thing that catches your attention, right? This is my underground, fully automatic Iron Golem farm. As you guys can see, there's a guy in there who's perishing. There's a bunch of iron going on. I literally never have to mine iron ever again in my world. It's kind of bonkers. So, let's go over here, guys. We've got ourselves a, well, what I call a hyper mob farm. Not just any mob farm, a hyper mob farm, because the rates in this thing are absolutely insane, okay? Now, the difference between the two is this one basically kills them all. If they have armor, then they'll wind up just dropping it, I guess. If they have armor, then they'll wind up surviving. But if they don't have armor, they will 100% die. And as you can see, we've got ourselves rather a lot of stuff going on here. However, on this side, people are dropped down to a one-shot, and then you can just sort of bop them all, and then you can get a bunch of XP and player drops, which is great. So, yeah. Wow, there's a lot of XP on the go here, huh? Whoa. Okay, so, continuing round, we've got ourselves a stone generator. If you don't have a Silk Touch pickaxe, then this can double up as a cobblestone generator. So, because of the fact that we've got ourselves efficiency 5 and haste 2 around here, we can insta-mine all this stuff and just get ourselves a great supply of stone, which is brilliant. This is supposed to be a fully automatic chicken cooker, but we have other ways of getting loads of food on this world now, my friends, which you guys will show, well, which I will show in just a bit. But yeah, the chickens will stand there. When they become adults, they die, and then the Mica hopper picks it up and puts it in this chest. But as you can see, it's been taken out of commission because I just don't need it. So, moving on to what I like to call the green machine. We've got ourselves fully automatic farms here. This is a fully automatic bamboo farm. This is a fully automatic sugarcane farm. And way up the top there, you can see a whole bunch of fully automatic cactus farms. And all of the drops wind up in this chest. But I've been using quite a lot of sugarcane lately, so yeah, I don't have any sugarcane in there currently. So, moving around, we've got ourselves a fully automatic super smelter. We've got ourselves the input chest there, as you can see. We've got the input right here. And once this minecart gets up to a certain point in terms of how much stuff it has inside it, it goes down and it starts to distribute all of the items inside of these furnaces here, okay? And then, in terms of fuel, we, for the most part, wind up using bamboo. But one of the things I did utilize on this world for a while was zero-tick farms, but in 1.16, of course, one-tick farms, or zero-tick farms, sorry, are taken out of commission. So I need to come up with like an industrial-sized bamboo farm, so I've always got fuel for my super smelter. But as you guys can see, it's full up with fuel at the moment, and there's still a whole bunch of stuff in here which I've smelted, which is great. So, carrying on, we've got ourselves a vine farm here. I believe this design is by my buddy Azuma Void from the Hermitcraft server. As you guys can see, we've got ourselves enchanted shears here. Efficiency 5, I'm quite surprised, doesn't work on shears in terms of, you know, collecting vines. So that kind of sucks. It would be nice if they had that functionality so I can insta-mine vines, but, you know, you can't have everything in the world. But as you guys can see, you just go ahead and you do it manually, right? And then all of the stuffs, they wind up in the water stream. They go down to some hoppers, which are below the area here, and then they wind up in the chest here, okay? So, pretty simple concept. And, well, if they don't wind up in the hoppers, they wind up in my inventory, and then they wind up in the chests anyway. So, yeah. And to be honest with you guys, there's not really too much to show you guys aside from that, aside from this area here. We've got ourselves some Nano Farms, which, again, have been taken out of commission to do a bit of lag busting, because we just don't need them anymore. We've got other ways of getting food and other ways of getting these resources. So, yeah, this was a cow farm, and then we could sell the meat to these butchers, right? And then this one, I think, was a pig farm. Yep, coolio. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is MineStop's smallest nano farm you can get. It is absolutely fantastic, my friends. You flick the lever, and basically, you aim in here, and as you can see, a whole bunch of wheat winds up dropping down. There we go. And all of the seeds wind up fully automatically getting filtered out and going to the Bowmeal farm, okay? So there are various sources for the Bowmeal farm, so that is great. I love it. I love it very much. But aside from that, that's just about it. So I guess the time has come to move on to the next room, which is, again, one of my favorite things I've done, which is the Emerald Trading Bank. Welcome, my friends. Oh my god, is there a lot of stuff going on here. So, this room might seem a little bit strange to you guys, but there's one very simple reason for that, and that is because of the resource pack. These are all iron blocks. However, the resource pack has allowed me to have connected textures, so the iron blocks actually look really, really nice. So, yeah, pretty simple theme going on here. Iron, emerald, greenery, all sorts of stuff. We've got the Street of Knowledge. This is basically just a whole line of villagers going on here. A whole bunch of librarians. You can see all the book trades they've got going on. There's a lot of stuff. We've got a whole bunch of stonemasons because I really like to buy quartz rather than mine it. And, you know, we can buy bricks, which is amazing. We go over here. We've got ourselves a bunch of clerics, so we can get ourselves glowstone, XP bottles, redstone, lapis, all sorts of stuff. And finally, a bunch of farmers, and this is where I get all of my food. So, as you can see, yep, that does the job. And as long as you sort of press yourself up against the fence, you'll get yourself a ton of XP as well. However, here's the thing, my friends. Here is where I make all of my emeralds, okay? So, as you guys can see, we got a lot of emeralds. Where do we get them from? The iron! As you guys can see, all of these guys are smith villagers, whether they be toolsmiths, weaponsmiths, armorsmiths, a whole bunch of them have iron trades for only 1 emerald, and the reason why they are only 1 emerald is because every single one of these villagers were cured, okay? They were all cured, and what that means is you get yourself some very, very heavy discounts. It is amazing, my friends. This room is like my one-stop shop for like high-end resources that I might need. It's so nice. And then as we go up here, we can go up the central column here, we've got the absolute OG villager in this world, Brian. And this guy has a mending trade. Absolutely fantastic. So, moving on, my friends, we've got 3 more rooms to check out, but thankfully they're all sort of nice basic ones. This black and yellow one leads to my eventual trophy room. I've got a whole bunch of little areas sort of, you know, laid out here, and the intention is to go ahead throughout the series and do various dragon challenges and wither challenges and weird and wonderful challenges just to make the game a little bit more interesting. Maybe we take take out a pillager raid in a weird and wonderful way. Maybe we go ahead and take on a woodland mansion in a weird and wonderful way. Basically, this is going to be a place for us to display all of our achievements that we've done in this world. There are a few things that I need to put in there, but I haven't got around to it just yet. So, moving on, guys. This is my tree farm room. Unfortunately, it's not like automated or anything like that. It's just split into like 8 pizza slices, so we can have all 8 types of wood, including the brand new nether wood. So, yeah, pretty simple, pretty easy to work with, and yeah, we've got a lot of stuff going on in here, huh? It's brilliant. So, moving on to the final room, ladies and gentlemen, which is this one over here. This one is going to be our project Pokemon. Try to catch all of the mobs in the game and put them inside of a pen. Okay, so as you can see, we've got some small pens here for the smaller mobs in the game. Maybe we get like a pig, a cow, a skeleton, a wither skeleton, all sorts of other dudes. And then we've got some larger pens sort of in the middle here for the larger mobs. So things like polar bears and, I don't know, other stuff like that. There's going to be a bunch of dudes in here, okay? So, yeah, eventually this will be chock full of mobs. It'll be like a mob museum, huh? But aside from that, my friends, that's just about it. In terms of the hub project, this is my one-stop shop for all of the resources that I get in my world. And as you can see, the centerpiece is this yin-yang nether room. Now, in terms of the nether itself, there's not really much to show you guys, aside from my nether hyper farm. So I'll tell you what, let's head in here, and we need to head north. So, as you guys can see, hopefully, we've got ourselves a nether fortress here. But the main point of interest is my nether hyper farm here. So in 1.16, I believe that nether farms and wither skeleton farms, they were nerfed a whole bunch, but I adapted my farm and I came up with a design which worked really, really well. So as you can see, we've got a bunch of pupper dogs in here, and basically what that does is when we're down the bottom, you know, away to the point where people could spawn in here, we will wind up getting things like zombified piglins, we'll get wither skeletons in here, we'll wind up getting blazes, and they all wind up down the center there where there's a drop, okay? The dogs, they go ahead and scare the regular skeletons and the wither skeletons alike, so they wind up falling down. So, let's go down to the bottom, and yeah, this is what we've got going on. You sort of go down and under, and then you sort of go back up here. You shut the trapdoor, and then you just sort of AFK here until a whole bunch of mobs wind up dropping down. Now, the unfortunate thing at the moment is we really, really don't have a great deal of rates going on. And the reason for that is very, very simple, my friends. We need to go ahead and get rid of a whole bunch of the nether and or spawn-proof it. Now, you can spawn-proof the nether in many, many ways. You could put slabs down. You could put lava all over the place. You could put buttons all over the place. There's so many ways to sort of spawn-proof your nether. There's just so many things I need to do, my friends, so we can get even semi-decent rates with this. But to be honest with you, friends, I mean, that's pretty much the only thing I wanted to show you guys in the nether. I mean, maybe there's one more thing, which is my sort of netherite mine. So, where is it? It is exactly at 0, 0. So, here we are. It's this area here. You basically, you go down the ladder, and then you guys are going to notice a whole bunch of explodified areas. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a whole bunch of ancient debris all over the place. And one other challenge we're going to try and take on in this world is a full netherite beacon. Now, the number of ancient debris I need is like engraved into my head. We need exactly 5,904 ancient debris to make ourselves a full netherite tier 4 beacon. It is an astronomical amount of ancient debris. And it is literally probably going to take us years to get that, my friends. Like, in a legitimate fashion. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and move on. We're going to go through this 0, 0 portal here, and this should wind up taking us back to the 0, 0 area of the world. Now, here we are, my friends. We are at 0, 0 in the overworld, and what I decided to do is make a massive, a massive 8,000 by 8,000 mapped out area of my world. Okay, there are 64 maps here, and this covers an 8,000 by 8,000 area centered on 0, 0. So, for example, where we are right now, I believe, is here. This is 0-0. We've got like a black splodge over here. That is Blackstone Manor. We'll go and check that out in just a bit. And yeah, there's just so much stuff going on. Now, in terms of the Season 2 area of the world, we are going to go ahead and set up shop way up here because I found what I would consider to be the best flower forest and dark oak forest biome I think I've ever seen in Minecraft ever. Like, I'm not even kidding. So, let's go ahead and just check out some other things, though. We've got ourselves a little 0-0 area here. This is a little 0-0 hut with a bed and a whole bunch of resources. Eventually, I'd like to get a cartographer villager in here so we can just buy ourselves a bunch of maps, right? And then we could just map out any areas that we may want to map out. So, let's go ahead and keep on going. We've got ourselves a pathway here. This leads all the way back to our main base area, but I decided to go ahead and put a whole bunch of little builds all over the place just to bring this pathway to life. So we've got ourselves like a rudimentary tree chopping area there. We can sort of pop over this way. There's like a little station coach wagon with a little campfire area. I did all of this very, very recently, by the way. And then we continue on. I decided to transmutate a regular Minecraft lake into something a little bit more epic looking. And then, yeah, you just sort of follow this area all the way along. You just sort of follow the gravel pathway and you're back at base. So, the other thing I wanted to show you guys is where the other end of this minecart rail goes. So, as you guys can see, it leads all the way here. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a villager breeder, and this has been the source of all of my villagers. So, let's use this ladder to get up. You can use this trapdoor to... Oh, God, what? Okay, he got up. Yeah, we've got ourselves a bunch of villagers here. This is a very, very basic design for a villager breeder in that the farmers will go ahead and, you know, distribute the crops among all of the villagers. They all become willing. And then when there winds up being babies, we can open up these trapdoors. The babies fall down into there, and then they wind up inside of a minecart, and then they get dropped down into that little villager holding cell that I showed you guys earlier. So, yeah, it's a pretty simple design. It's very, very nice. I can't for the life of me remember who came up with it, though. But, yeah. Yeah, this thing at the moment, it's full up. It's out of action because I just haven't needed any villagers. So, yeah, and apparently there's an iron golem in there. So, that's very strange. Hello there, sir. I do hope you don't wind up dying. But as we come down here, ladies and gentlemen, what you guys are going to notice is there's a little area. This is where the baby villagers drop down. And basically, what winds up happening... Do I have any minecarts? Ah, darn it. I don't have any minecarts going on. A little bit of a mistakes were made kind of deal. But there's usually a minecart that sort of bobs up and down here. And because it doesn't have a villager in it, it just keeps bopping up and down. However, when a baby villager comes into the minecart, it becomes, in air quote, heavy enough to get up the hill and then go away into the villager holding cell. So, it's pretty clever. I like it a lot. And to be honest with you guys, I think that is just about it in terms of our main base area. So, let's go ahead, take to the skies, and we are heading in a western direction, okay? Because we are going to check out the final thing for today's episode, which is Blackstone Manor, which is probably one of my single largest builds I've ever undertaken in Minecraft. This thing is literally 99 blocks wide and I think like 70-something blocks depth. So, yep, this is what it's looking like. So I decided to take on a huge build project. I won't lie, I have been burnt out on it for a little while. I will get back to it in Season 2, rest assured, my friends. But this is a huge manor. And yeah, that little spin there, I accidentally hit my mouse. Mouse abuse! Oh no! But yeah, this is Blackstone Manor, ladies and gentlemen. And, well, as you can see, there's still a lot of work to do here. There is still a lot of work to do here. We've got a hoglin here, or zoglin, I think it's actually called, and a zombified piglin, and a bunch of lava down there. If you sort of jump down here, that probably gave you guys some anxiety, right? You pop down here, there's a hidden nether portal, which is great. And then, once you're done, whoop, you can just sort of pop out here, have a little dip in the pool, and then off you go. Smart, isn't it? So yeah, we've got ourselves like a little rudimentary area here. You know, this is our project area. We've got Morty here. We've got a pig here. And then we've got our, you know, 3 musketeers with a nice snow farm going on as well. And in terms of what's going on the interior, there's really not much to talk about. There's so much space to put stuff In here, though, it's actually kind of bonkers. And yeah, as you can see, we've got a nice little sort of nether garden out here, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Oh, man, I love it so much. Like, I can't wait to have this thing done. The sort of, the bottleneck is resources, really. I mean, as it is with most large builds, but the bottleneck really is the Blackstone. We have to manually get it. But in Season 2, what we're going to do is we're going to hopefully wind up making some sort of bartering farm, because in 1.16.2, you can apparently get Blackstone from bartering, which is brilliant. I'm so happy that they added that as a bartering trade. So, yeah. But, I mean, to be honest with you guys, there's not really too much else to show you aside from the stronghold area, which, unfortunately, isn't actually connected to anything. So what I'm going to wind up doing, guys, is I'm going to go into spectator mode, and we are going to teleport to -1300, -1300 on the coordinates here. And what we should wind up finding is an island here. Now, if we go sort of underground a little bit, there it is, then you guys are going to notice that there is the stronghold. And we decided to go ahead and completely overhaul the end portal room. And, well, fun fact for you guys, I went ahead and discovered a way that you can remove the end portal frames and replace it with your own blocks. You can make your own custom end portals. If you guys want to go ahead and, you know how to do that, I'm going to put a link on screen for you guys. It is such a stupidly simple way of doing it. It's actually kind of bonkers. But we've got like a nice floor design in here, ladies and gents, like with a bunch of bedrock and crying obsidian and black glass, black concrete. It looks great. I love it very much. There's like a tiny little utility area under here. Got an ender chest and a bed and all sorts of other stuff going on. It's a great time. I don't even know where this nether portal leads, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. But yeah, as you guys can see, you just sort of pop in here and you are in the end. And, well, there's not really too much we've done in here, aside from generate, you know, a couple of end gateway portals. Now, in terms of future plans, I would very much like to try and generate all 20 of the end gateway portals and then sort of connect them up in a large ring and eventually custom shape this entire central end island, okay? So it's only like a few blocks away from the pillars here, so I want it to be like a perfectly circular island which still has all of the pillars and whatnots, because I think that would be absolutely fantastic. It's going to be an astronomically large project, it really is, but I can't wait to begin on it eventually. So yeah, my friends, that's just about it in terms of that. We could pop down here. There's like a little wither cheesing station. You literally go ahead, you place down soul sand on these bits of obsidian, you place down the wither skeleton skulls on the front of it, and then no matter what, the wither winds up trapped in the bedrock. It will never be able to hurt you. So yeah, that's kind of bonkers, isn't it? I just realized if I go through here, yeah, I'll wind up back there. Let's teleport back to 0, 0, huh? There we go. Hey, back to base. Fantastic stuff. So, yeah, my friends, to be honest with you, that is just about all I've done in the 100 episodes that this series has spanned so far. In terms of the surface, it doesn't really look like I've done that much in 100 episodes, huh? But then you head underground and, oh boy, it's a different story. This is what the hub project looks like in spectator mode, guys. This is absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? There's so much stuff going on here. Like, for example, yep, there's the zombie farm from the beginning of the series. This is the iron farm we've got going on. This is Doc M77's design. So the iron golems, oh, there you go. They just spawned up there. They fall down into the lava there. Very simple. And then the villagers, they're all scared by the zombie there. The zombie makes the iron golem spawn, and then boom. It's just a recurring thing that happens. This thing over here, let's go ahead and do effect give, we're going to do night vision for just 30 seconds or so. This is the mob hyper farm I was talking about earlier. So as you can see, the villagers, they wind up luring the zombies. We've got the cats and the dogs. They go ahead and scare away the skeletons and creepers into the water flow, and then they just all wind up dropping down into their respective areas. If they go down this side, they will most likely die from full damage. If they go down this side, they'll be brought down to a one-shot. So yeah, that's the Nether Hyper Farm. That thing took a long damn time to get going, but oh my god, was it worth it. It was so worth it. So yeah, alright, so back to the surface we go. Oh man, it's amazing, isn't it? We've got the Christmas Island in the middle here. This was done for Christmas 2019. I never took it down because I kind of like it being up there. I really, really do. I like it as a bit of a nod back to old times. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, check this out. Mountain sheep is still alive. Huh? Would you have ever thought? This is like the absolute OG dude on this world. Mountain sheep. Eventually, we will wind up making like a proper base for him in the mountain biome next to Blackstone Manor. But yeah, he's still alive, guys. Still alive. If he's been in there for like 80 plus episodes, maybe even 90 plus episodes. Like, we gotta make him a proper base, guys. We gotta do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, in terms of the tour, that is pretty much it. Oh man, I can't believe it, man. We have done so much in the 100 episodes that we've done. It's actually kind of bonkers. It really, really is. But, ladies and gentlemen, for episode 101 onwards, or what I'm going to call season 2, episode 1, we are going to be going to a brand new area of the world, okay? It is going to be such a fun time. I think you guys are going to super enjoy it because it's going to be a bit of a nod back to the past for a lot of you folks who have been on this channel for a while. We are going to be taking on the project of Flora City. Some of you guys may remember Flora Valley from my very old Python's World Let's Play. Guys, we're going to be reviving that project on this world, but going bigger and better. It's going to be so amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and do the comment of the day for episode 100. Aya, or Aya, says, cool tip for season 2. Carry a book and quill and write coordinates of various places in it. Spawners, builds, biomes, etc. Yeah, kind of like Dallas's adventure log, right? The only thing is, in Season 2, we are going to be disabling use of coordinates, right? So, doing that probably won't actually be possible. However, it did remind me that, yeah, in Season 2, because we don't have access to coordinates, we're going to have to start relying on things like maps and lodestone blocks and putting waypoints on maps with banners. Like, in my opinion, that's a much more immersive way to play Minecraft rather than sort of relying on coordinates, right? So, yeah, it's going to be such a fun time. I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah, my friends, I think just to end off this episode, I'll go ahead and quickly list off some of the plans for Season 2, some of the twists we've got going on. Alright, guys, so for Season 2, here are the twists and turns and interesting things that are going to make that season unique, okay? Number 1. We are going to be having the More Mob Heads resource pack as distributed by my buddy Azumavoid. It is going to be so much fun, and guys, believe it or not, all you do is you wind up putting the data pack inside of the actual save folder, so when it comes to future map downloads, you'll get that data pack as well. It's going to be fantastic, but basically, it allows you to get more mob heads from more mobs. You can get sheep heads, and chicken heads, and wither heads, and all sorts of other stuff. I think it'll be really, really fun to build a bit of a collection. I mean, yeah, it's not strictly vanilla, but it also is. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's as vanilla as it comes, you know? Like, we're not adding new blocks, it's just new mob heads, right? Secondly, we are not going to be allowing mending on anything but our elytra in Season 2. The reason for that is because I really like the idea of building a forge and actually having to repair your tools and making a tool morgue for all your tools that become too expensive to repair, right? In my opinion, mending is great. Yeah, but it robs you of something to do in Minecraft. You know, it gives you the opportunity to build. It gives you the opportunity to build a tool morgue, a forge, you know, all that kind of stuff. It'll be such a fun time, my friends. And then, the third twist. We are not going to be allowing ourselves coordinates, my friends. So like I say, relying on maps, lodestones, waypoints on maps, all that kind of stuff. And the fourth thing, of course, is we're going to be taking on Flora City. So those are my plans for Season 2. I really do hope you guys are excited. I am stupidly excited to get this thing underway, my friends. And we've got a stupidly epic area to do all this stuff in. So, ladies and gentlemen, all that is left to do, my friends, is tidy up our inventory, rid all of the stuffs we've got, and rid all of the levels we've got as well. Because we are beginning again. Dudes, I'm so excited. I really, really am. However, what we're going to wind up doing... I need to go kill myself, don't I? What we're going to wind up doing is we are going to wind up taking our 3 musketeers, okay? We're going to wind up taking our llamas to the brand new area of the world. We are going to travel there by boat. It's going to be a fun time, and I really, really do hope you guys are going to enjoy it. So, is that going to be enough? Probably not. Oh, jeez. I can't even kill myself right. And so, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time in Python Plays Minecraft Season 1, we're going to end off today's episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed today's World Tour episode, if you're new around here and you want to show your support, then please do be sure to drop a like rating, my friends. Let's see how many we can get for the World Tour episode here, my friends. I would super appreciate it. Leave a like if you're hyped for Season 2 as well, my friends. And don't forget to subscribe. If you guys subscribe, you'll be the first to know when Season 2 starts. You'll be the first to know when we get to our brand new area and start building and start again. It's going to be a fantastic time, ladies and gentlemen. So, Trevor, Junior, and Spitball, let's go for an adventure. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.